Like many of the best things in life, making Geneva stripes is relatively easy, but extremely difficult to master. In this video, we'll go through our process and method of making the Geneva stripes. We will also talk about what separates good from excellent Geneva stripes and what it is exactly what we try to achieve when making our own. This is an aluminum jig holding the bridge in place, which has been CNC machined for us. The bridge needs to be extremely straight and also nicely polished when doing the stripes. This is our unconventional setup doing the Geneva stripes. It would be nice to have a dedicated machine for it, but we use what we have. The universal plate holding the jig must be very stable, and we also use the dividing head while doing the stripes. The places on the bridge holding the ratchet and crown wheels are filled with brass inserts so that the wooden grinding wheel doesn't dip when it goes over those places. We also need to check with the dial indicator that the bridge is in fact straight, as even a couple of hundredths of millimeter can ruin things. Here you can see Rene just getting a feel for the setup and trying out the even speed when going through, and also putting the wheel as close as the bridge as possible before it's running. These first passes are really crucial. As you can see, René is turning the fine adjustment screw on the cross slide very little, and then he tries one pass. Then we check if we see anything on the bridge. Little by little, we move closer to the bridge until we see the proper width for the grinding pattern to start actually doing the Geneva stripes. Our stripes are 4.3 millimeters wide, filling the 30 millimeter movement with 6 stripes nicely. Usually we run 2 passes for each of the stripes. Then we use light and the reflections to check on the result. It's extremely important to keep in mind that under no circumstances should the bridge be touched before it's properly cleaned. Even the softest paper makes scratches on the finely ground surface. Often you just have to trust the process. Here we notice that the stripe doesn't go all the way to the right side of the bridge. The fine adjustment is done by unscrewing the right side and the top side screw just a tiny bit. This is possible because on our Geneva stripes the differences between the stripes is just like 2 or 3 hundredths of a millimeter. Then we run the same stripe once again. You can see the improvement, but it's not quite yet there. This time René also unscrews the cross-slide screw just a tiny bit to make the Geneva stripe deeper. This time it's good, and we're ready to move forward with the next stripe. The noises René makes in the background means that it's good and he's ready to move forward. And we're done. One of the biggest challenges when doing extremely fine Geneva stripes is to have the angles be as small as possible while keeping the lines between the stripes really crisp. If you look at the bridge from this direction, you can see the tiny step between the different stripes. It's basically impossible to completely get rid of the step, but we try to make it as small as possible. Thanks for watching. Please let us know in the comments if you'd like to see another video going more in depth about the theory, the angles, the setup, and so on. See you next time.